here.
Yeah, you are.
Got this.
And Mike, one away. One away to the next drawing.
Oh,
So.
dude, you'll have it by the end of the
That's
show.
awesome.
We'll have it by the end of this first podcast.
I know. So we're almost 75 away.
For real, have it watch. I guarantee you, I'll get it there.
Oh no, I just want to get to 1,000. I just want that number. Something about 4 digits looks so much better than 3.
Yep. Okay. God, why do you gotta hit so many things on Facebook?
Don't be 4 digits for a long time. Probably forever.
Dude, we're still 4 digits. We've had ours for like 10 years. But I never even talk about because we don't use YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that. Wait. Oh yeah, and this. Okay. All right. All righty. We got folks. Close that Google Photos. So no, so that. Oh, I should have showed you the picture. That's on Facebook. It's one of us with our podcast crews. We had their drinks at the sail party.
Yeah, speaking of which, Jared and Stacy have been sending me photos of them on the Wonder today so far. Like, oh man.
I've seen people talking about that cruise ready to go. Okay.
They're sitting at a bar right now. Just sent me their drinks. I'm like, no, I want to be there.
They'll be sitting at a bar for the next 7 days.
I mean, Alaskan cruise though, I feel like you're getting off a lot more because you're doing like excursions and stuff.
That is true.
I don't know how many. I think the first couple days are sea days though, because you got to get out there.
Yep. It's weird though, because you're in the States I think you can use your cell phone the whole time, like you're on cellular.
Oh, really?
I know you can use it a little bit. I guess we're on Instagram.
I mean, I'm sure they buy the internet package because they kind of need to check in.
Yeah, I got a notification that we're live on Instagram, so it should be.
I didn't see any comments. I guess we got that going. Got that. Okay. Let me put the Discord. Turn the notifications off on that for 3 hours. 3 hours, so it's not beeping. Okay, here we go. So this is 91. This is 93.
You in a new recording spot, Rikki?
I shifted. Well, okay, so I shifted my chair, and I actually back a couple of months. Well, I guess almost a year ago, my mom and I redid my entire wall. So, yeah. I have all my Disney memorabilia and stuff all on these bookshelves. So I have to finish it because I have bookshelves over on this side of the wall too that need to be updated. No, I need to make it so that they're not as full still, because these are less full, and so I needed to make it look nice. less cluttered. So that's still on my to-do list, but when you have a 2-year-old, you just kind of enjoy time, and those projects can go and happen at another date.
Hey to Jacqueline over on Instagram. Good. We're good there. Here we go.
There you go. Now we're on Instagram.
2691. Fuck, I gotta sneeze. Here we go. The allergies are terrible here. Welcome to episode 2691 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. And as always, thank you for dropping in for some fun Disney talk here in your midweek. And of course, we always take care of your listener questions as we get through Hump Day. And we've got some great ones. But if you're tuned in live, and you can do that every Monday, early evening, late afternoon, around 5:30 Eastern, we all get together. You can always drop those questions in the comments. If you're tuned in live, drop them in right now, wherever you're watching, and you'll be a part of today's show. We have some in the inbox. We're going to talk Disney, and we even have a little breaking news. Here's recording live, and we'll talk a little Food and Wine Festival. We'll talk a little Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. All that stuff broke this week because, nothing says Halloween and Food and Wine Festival like early mid-May. That's what we're going to do. So joining us today, we have, let me get the introductions done.
All right.
We have Rikki from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less, where you can find all this breaking information. But Rikki, how did you have a nice Mother's Day weekend?
No, I did not.
I had a stomach bug, but I hope you're doing better.
I very much had a stomach bug. Yeah, got it in Friday night into Saturday morning, and pretty much laid in bed all Saturday. And finally felt well enough to go out. A friend of mine owns a brewery here in town, and I was like, I feel good enough to just go and sit at the brewery, and you can bring food in. So we brought peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and that was Brian's idea. He's like, let's just bring in peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to the bar. And I said, that sounds like a great idea. So he went and picked up all the stuff. So that was very nice of him. And he, provided that and some macaroni salad. And he got some, look, it smelled amazing. I just couldn't eat it. He got some amazing roast beef from like the deli counter. I really would have liked to have eaten it, but I don't think my stomach would have liked it very much. But yeah, it was a very different Mother's Day than I thought it would be. But you know what? You just kind of got to pivot and deal with it. And that's what you do as mom. So I pivoted and was like, I still got to celebrate. And that's great. And he and Lucy got me some amazing Mother's Day presents, which was also really fantastic. So I got a 2000 Millennium Celebration Mickey Mouse that he found at a flea market up here. So that was really cool. They actually went shopping for me on Saturday since I wasn't feeling well, and they're like, we're just gonna go shopping.
Good call. He saved. They got the save with the stomach bug. It's nice.
He did get saved by the stomach bug. This is true. Yeah.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, and that
I am. Yeah.
Anything Millennium Celebration, awesome.
It's really cool. I was like absolutely floored when I saw it, when I like opened the package. I'm like, oh my God, like this is really amazing that you found this. And there's a flea market up here that has some real, I think they used to have like someone who used to be an Imagineer or someone who worked in, in like security or something for Disney, because I've gotten some really amazing finds at this flea market that are completely rare, and things that like grand opening tokens from Tokyo Disneyland. And I think I have one for Epcot too. And like some really, really cool things. So every once in a while, we'll go back up to this flea market and see if there's anything else that's really interesting Disney related up there. So he came through again.
Brian, he does it, and as much as I remember, because we were doing the show at the time, like when they took the wand down off of Spaceship Earth, I was like, this is great. Like we get the pure,
yes,
Spaceship Earth again. It's going to be wonderful. But I mean, if I could have the wand back, I'd put it back up there for a little bit.
Wrong.
I'd put it right here in the studio. I'd like it
you
right
can
behind.
Have it at your house. I don't want it up on Spaceship Earth.
I want the wand right over me as I podcast. All right. Also joining us, we have Mr. Scotty G from Must See Adventures. And let me just give you some breaking news. I got to get a breaking news sounder on the board. I'm going to do that this week. But as we speak, we are one subscriber away on the channel from our next drawing for a $25 Disney gift card. So I'm just saying, by the end of this year, if you are not subscribed to Must See Adventures, we could be spinning the wheel of destiny very shortly. So just make it happen if you're not subscribed. So anyway, Scotty G, what's going on here on the midweek? Happy to have you.
Happy midweek. Yeah, it's I got a final band concert coming up. The last are happening, and they're happening quick. Last prom, last band concert, graduation just a couple weeks away. It's crazy. But yeah, having a good week so far. And yeah, one away from the Wheel of Destiny. You got to comment on the Instagram post too. But like next thing you know, we're going to be to 1,000. We'll be giving away $100 gift card then.
Whoop.
So yeah, why would you not want something free?
No,
right?
absolutely.
No. It costs you nothing to subscribe, just like it costs you nothing to subscribe to Rikki's page, to the Be Our Guest podcast, the 5-star reviews. Like we're just gonna throw it all out there right now.
Exactly.
Started, right?
Let's go. It's all free and it makes us all happy. I mean, this spreads some joy today. Yeah, it's exactly right. So let me ask you, Scott. I mean, where do you fall on the old Millennium Wand of Epcot and Spaceship Earth? Were you a fan, or were you excited to see it go?
I mean, that's well before my time. My first trip was in 2011, so I don't even know what that's like. And I'm jealous for those that did. Like
pictures, when you see pictures, though,
I mean, some pictures. It looks.
What do you think?
It looks wow. I mean, I would like to check it out. Like that, and like the birthday cake castle. Like that'd be fun to see. Rikki a few weeks ago on the podcast was talking about the toilet paper of like Stitch on the castle. That'd have been interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that'd be a nice permanent thing. The wand. It looks like it was pretty obstructed. Like I just know how like people today, like how they were about the barges, like in World Showcase over like Harmonious. I would love to know how they would react in today's world with social media and stuff if they did that wand. That would just be kind of fun to see.
Yeah.
It was definitely of the time, right? I mean, it fit in with like the 90s aesthetic in the early 2000s. Like it was of the time. I mean, it fit. It was. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I mean, it looked. I liked it. But then there was a super excitement when it came down because we're going back to how Spaceship Earth should look. Kind of. But I think they did hold on to it a little bit too long.
Maybe
I think that
this would be a fun topic. Like, what era of Disney would you like to go back to? Like, pick like a land in a year or something. I would love to go to like some 90s Epcot. Like, that just seems like I would just soak that up. But like
I think that would be an answer for most people. Would be like
some 60s, but some 60s Disneyland sounds really awesome too. So like, I don't know, like so many tough choices there. We could talk about that.
That's a good show because I'd love to play those computers like in the old like Communicore, like with that kind of stuff. That would be
MGM back when they had like the tour, like the full tour. Like I don't know, it's so many options.
Okay, this is Wednesday, future Mike's Wednesday morning right now. The Discord is going. Everybody's talking about this because you just lit it up again, Scott. Okay, so real quick before we get into listener questions, Rikki, we have wine and food and wine festival information, but let's talk Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween dates and rates. You don't have to get into everything. We don't have to get all the party dates, but when does the party start? When does it end? And I think the party tickets top off at a whopping $230 this year.
I think it's more than that. Hang on. Let me
stop my heart. That's crazy.
129 to like
229. Yeah, 119 to 229. That's where the tickets range.
How's there $110 difference between like?
That is wild.
It must be like the first party versus the last.
It's definitely those like Tuesday, August, or early September parties versus October 31st for sure. That's the difference. But so you said that it seems early, but it's actually kind of late this year. A lot of people have been clamoring, especially online, of when are they going to release Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party dates? When are they going to release Mickey's Not? I mean, it was like I read it every single day for the most part of this entire month so far. So they are officially here, and because usually they announce it kind of like around that halfway to Halloween mark, which is usually that the 30th of April into the 1st of May, kind of somewhere around there. But now we have the dates. They are going to run from August 15th until October 31st this year. They'll be on select dates, so they're not going to be every single night. But there will be a lot of nights that have parties. And then, of course, for those who don't know, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a hard ticket event that actually has some fantastic live entertainment. There's the parade that is spectacular, or I guess I should say not so spooktacular. There's the fireworks. Well, that's actually the fireworks show. That's that. And then there's trick-or-treating that you get to do. You get to dress up in costume. There's some stage shows. There's the Hocus Pocus show that everybody loves. There's some other things. They're changing Jack Skellington this year, so he's actually going to look like Jack Skellington instead of a creepy version of Jack Skellington. Yay! That's awesome.
I saw the whole thing, and I couldn't tell much of a difference. But
there's a major difference. Like I'm not even a Jack Skellington fan. It's a major difference. So
it was kind of like when I go to the eye doctor and they're like, is this better or that better? I'm like,
no, trust me.
You would not pass that spelling test.
No, not even close.
He'd still look kind of the same. But
no, huge difference.
I'll go back to the second look. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Take a second look. Okay. Tickets go on sale for guests staying at Walt Disney World Resort hotels starting on May 15th, which would be this week. Yep. And which is why they were like, I guess we need to announce the dates. And then tickets go on sale for everybody else beginning on May 22nd. So keep in mind, obviously, those dates do sell out quickly, especially for Halloween night. So if you want to go on Halloween night, make sure you get those tickets ASAP. Another night that often sells out quickly is going to be that first night because you've got all the vloggers and bloggers there. So, just keep that in mind if you're wanting to go that night.
Avoid that night.
Yeah, I would avoid that night. Plus, it's really hot too.
Yeah, it is.
It's in the middle of August, and it's so unbearably hot. I mean, it was hot.
Rethink your costume strategy.
Yeah,
don't go as somebody that's got 3 layers, like a thick pirate costume or something.
No. So anyway, that's kind of the basics right now about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So the more details will come out about like actual events, but for the most part, it seems like they're pretty much going to be the same as they always are. Nothing really new is coming out, as of except for Jack Skellington's new head. So other than that, nothing.
I guess if you're a skeleton, you're allowed to do that.
Exactly. You're allowed to get a new head. Yeah.
Exactly. So. Just interchangeable parts. So we got that. I mean, it's mid-May, so we got some Halloween news, but we also have food and wine.
Yes.
Information, which will be starting in August, ending right around Thanksgiving. So what do we have there?
Yeah, so Food and Wine is kicking off August 28th, and it's lasting through November 22nd of this year. Again, not a lot of details have been released. They just kind of pretty much posted the dates and a few things to, kind of think about. Obviously, there's going to be the Food and Wine Festival booths. There's going to be 35 in all this year that are going to be around the park, not just World Showcase anymore. Back in the day, it used to be you could only go around World Showcase and get, food booth items. Now it's pretty much the entire park has different things. So you got a lot more square footage to get to and a lot more food to get in your belly. There's also, of course, going to be the return of Emil's Fromage Montage. So if you love cheese, this foodie scavenger hunt is for you. You get to pick up different cheese-related food dishes at the different food booths around World Showcase. I keep saying that. Around the park. I got to get out of that World Showcase mentality for this. And then if you pick up 5, I believe it is, you buy 5 different items and they stamp your passport for those 5 different stops, you will get a free cheesy related treat. So that's kind of cool. And then Remy's Hide and Squeak Scavenger Hunt is also coming back this year, where you search for Remy now this is in World Showcase. You search for him in World Showcase. He's got different ingredients, and then you put a sticker on the map, and then you'll get a prize for that. And then, of course, returning is the fan favorite, the Eat to the Beat concert series, which is just always
let's go. They got
always fantastic time.
They're releasing actually yesterday. As this comes out, they came out with an album for the Disneyland 70th, and Boys to Men on that album sing Rainbow Connection.
I can guarantee that they will be at Epcot this year and singing that song.
Philly, baby.
I'm putting that down right now. That's going to happen. We don't have any concert information as far as who's performing, but of course we can expect probably Boyz II Men, probably Hanson. I know Sugar Ray actually just performed.
Pam's guy, Sugar Ray.
Yes, I know he just performed at Flower and Garden, I believe. But I saw him at Food and Wine last year, so who knows? He could be back. 98 Degrees just performed too at Flower and Garden, but hey, they could come back too. So got lots of great artists who are fan favorites for sure, who may be coming. And if there's an artist that you want to see, the Eat to the Beat concert series dining packages will be back available this year. Again, no details are out about that. But that's still an exciting thing. So yay. I like
So we got good information there. Let me ask Scott something, because we also found out one other thing too this week. We got a lot of drops back on Monday. Monday was like, and this why you gotta be in the clubhouse though, because everybody's talking about Mohawk. He's joining us over right now. He's staying up super late. He's over in Scotland as we're recording live. He's tuned in live from his bed, he says, which we appreciate. You can watch wherever you want. We don't judge. But he's going to be there during this time. So this is definitely affecting his vacation plans. He's going to a Halloween party. He's, I think, running in one of the races during Wine and Dine. He's going to be enjoying the festival at Epcot, probably seeing some of these concerts. So this is definitely information that's going to shape his vacation. But we also found out that reservation is going to open up for the Beak and Barrel, or the new bar over in Adventureland.
We did, and then they took it back.
Oh, they took it back? Well, hey, I got my reservation because I'm Micro. No, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah,
they had a question. Hang on. But so we'll go ahead with that, and then I'm going to ask Scott a question about it, because I have a hypothetical question about it. Go ahead.
So Disney did the information had been released, I guess, on the webpage for Beak and Barrel, and then they quickly rolled that back after probably like a couple hours, when I guess they realized, oh, hey, we didn't mean for this information to go live. So don't know if it was just wrong dates. Don't know if they really weren't ready for it. Don't know anything of why it was rolled back, but obviously it was rolled back for a reason. So not quite yet, because it was weird, because it was just for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party nights. So that was the weird part.
Yeah. What else I was going to ask Scott? So Scott, let me ask you this. So say you go to the Halloween party. say you go to the Halloween party and you're paying, I mean, these like, lowest price tickets, say you go in September sometime, tickets $130. That's what lower tickets are. That's expensive.
That's what the cheaper ones.
I know. Yeah. Are you gonna spend time to go into the Beacon Barrel and like hang out? I think they boot you out after like 45 minutes time limit. But I mean, you got to look at like the price. I mean, I hate to I hate to quantify things at Walt Disney World, right? Because it's not quantity, it's quality over. That's how I see things. Walt Disney World, Disneyland. But you only get so many hours during the party. Are you going to spend it in Beacon Barrel? How do you see things like that? What do you think about that?
I might, as an experienced party goer, like I want to, because I don't go there necessarily to do the attractions, because I'll do that on other days of my trips. I want to see like the parade, the specialty things. And to me, that seems like a specialty offering. Maybe they're like dressed up in different costumes because it's Halloween party, so I think I would still do it. And it's 45 minutes, but you still get like 5 hours of party time. So it's however you want to do it. I understand though, right? Like, wow, you just spent 20% of your party time like in this lounge, that you paid this ticket for, and you're spending more money. But I would do that. Like, it's the crazier one to me almost is like, and I've thought about doing this before, is like the hard ticket events with inside the hard ticketed events, like the dessert party for the Christmas party. Like those are the ones I struggle with the most. But I get it though. Like it helps you save time during those things too. This is like the opposite of saving time, but I think it'd be a good experience. One thing I wanted to ask you too, though, when Rikki was talking about the food and wine, you're like, you're giving those details. We don't know who the artists are. We're going to have these booths, like kind of like the same things every year. Mm-hmm. And I think about things that I'm still missing from like the pre-pandemic days. So I'm missing Tables in Wonderland. Hello, let's manifest that again. I love Tables in Wonderland. But I miss the food seminars at Food and Wine. Remember, they would bring like people in and they would do like demonstrations out there. I remember like Good Morning America would like host like do a morning show live from Epcot and all that. Like I miss the food seminars. I wish they would really bring those back, because that was like really cool to me, to the festival.
And you know what? They had a tease of that. Like they didn't have the seminars, but remember the one year I think it was Wine and Dine, but they brought back the Race for the Taste.
Springtime Surprise. They brought back the
Springtime Surprise, but like they brought that theme back for one of the races. Guy won the shirts, because I never did that race. Like back in the day when it was super popular, I was like, oh man, I always want to do Race for the Taste. Never did it. And they brought that theme back, and I'm like, oh yeah. And I always like assumed that was like during the weekend that they had the food seminars too at the same time, because people would go down and go to the seminars and stuff. And you're right. I mean, I think the time's right for that, because in Tables in Wonderland, the same thing. I think that, they need to incentivize people to do more sit down dining. I mean, I think that this is going to be a slower summer. I mean, I think we're seeing that, right? And they're going to want people to do more sit down dining. So how do you do that? You get your frequent flyers to go back and maybe book more ADRs. I mean, yeah, you're giving bigger discounts, but you're getting more butts and seats in these,
the seminars are so cool. Like you could like see like celebrity chefs like do like performances or like making. I don't know. I just thought they were really unique to the festival, and now it feels no different than any of the other festivals because they added the food booths.
I think you just answered your own question. They'd have to pay the celebrity chefs to come there, and now they don't have to. So, there's definitely a cost savings there. And I guess, and I
bring back the cranberry bog too. Bring back the cranberry bog.
Yeah,
that bog was awesome. That was the weirdest thing ever, but it was super cool. But they get out on festivals now. I mean, that they do that.
It's kind of sad because the Food and Wine Festival has become kind of, in a way, my least favorite festival, because of the fact that they have taken away so much of the nuts and bolts of it. And literally all it is, hey, we have food booths, come eat. And it's like, well, you have food booths at every other festival now. So
that's what it is. It's, you know what it is? It's stale. It was great. But the thing is, it's become same old.
After COVID,
and my favorite food booths are at different festivals. Like Flower and Gardens food booths are way better. The festival holidays, like, come on, like every single one of those are awesome.
Exactly, like, they are.
There's just less of them. Is the thing? There's just less of them, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
You nailed it, Scott. Because they need something to delineate the food and wine festival, and that would be it, to bring in celebrity chefs.
It's
And also
100% because it just feels like another festival without the topiaries, without the other cool stuff.
Without everything else. It's a basic, hey, here's our festival model, and this is all we got right now. So
And it goes on for 90 days.
Forever.
That's a quarter of the year.
Yes. Yeah, it's the
crazy.
longest running festival, and it's also the one that's the least exciting now. They just don't have much going on for it. So
it's weird is it's really the time to, I mean, there's so many like celebrity chefs that are not maybe like mainstream TV, but like online celebrity
absolutely
chefs. Like, I'm saying, like YouTube's,
or just bring some of the chefs at the restaurants that are on property. Because they did. We did that at Alani. So the pastry chef came out. We made macaroons with the pastry chef at Alani. Like, that's a great seminar, right? Like that we paid a little extra for, and like they could just do that with their current staff.
They could. Yeah, I agree with you, Scott.
Disney, listen to us.
I love Mohawk. We should probably answer a listener question since it's Wednesday, but Mohawk says Chef Boyardee. Now, see, I'm on deck with that. Some raviolios from back in the day. We could make some raviolios. And
here's Chef Boyardee teaching you how to make a St. Louis staple, T-Ravs.
Yeah. And he says his pitch is living with the land is an onboard buffet. That'd be
that reminds me of the Tables in Wonderland specialty events.
Yeah.
Remember they used to could like dine in like the Wizard of Oz scene.
Oh yeah.
At the Great Movie Ride. That was like a Tables in Wonderland event. Like they had the crazy stuff like that. That'd be awesome.
All right, real quick. Jenna, one of our listeners, she's a lizard. She is back at her training groove, which I've been super proud to see. She says, hey, Mike and crew, we're going on an Alaskan Disney cruise as a family, 2 adults, 3 kids. They're 6, 10, and 12. We've met the kids.
That's the one that's boarding today.
Yes, I know. They're on the ship right now, so we got to get on this. Yeah. That's why
before they sail away.
The cruise is literally sailing away right now. She says, but our 87-year-old grandma is also joining the cruise. She loves cruises, but has never done a Disney one. Do you have any tips? I don't want her to be bored or think it's all kids stuff. We've never done an intergenerational trip like this, but want to balance getting grandma time, family time, and Lord willing, some parents only time. Thanks, Jenna. So what do you think I
think the D Lounge is such a great spot because they're on the Wonder. So the D Lounge is like the nice, I assume I've only seen the D Lounge on the Dream class, but there's a D Lounge on these though, right?
It is right above Triton's. I mean, it's right there off the lobby. Yeah, it's a nice D Lounge. Yeah.
Yes, I always think that's like the best family spot because they do such fun stuff for like all ages in there, right? Like they do like the family karaoke so that the grandparents can hang out. There's like it's comfortable. There's a lot of space there, and I think like the theater. There's so many great things, and I think that's what she's asking, right? Where like her mother can like do fun stuff with the kids. Is that how I was interpreting that, or was I wrong on that?
No, we've had the discussion in the over in the Discord throughout the week before that we got to get to this question because obviously we only do the shows once a week, but the Discord's like a 24/7 listener question show, and she's not going to have technology, so she's not going to be using the app or anything like that. But we've given suggestions like find quiet spaces for her. She likes to read, so maybe it's places for her to read a book. But like Jenna and her husband could go off to Palo and she could spend time with the grandkids and, just, watch them and, do activities with them, like play board games because there's board games on the ship and stuff like that, in public areas.
I mean, I can quick fly out and like, I can be entertainment. I'll entertain, like I want to go on this ship.
There you go.
The thing is like just being there with the grandkids, I think is going to be the big win for grandma, and just seeing the sights. I mean, the only thing I kind of worry about a little bit is that some of the excursions with Alaska can be somewhat aggressive sometimes because there is a lot of walking and stuff because I mean, it's, Alaska's rugged and it's awesome. I think that's why a lot of people go there, but she doesn't have to do all those excursions. Anything you would add to it, Rikki, before we go on to the next one?
No, but I think there's a lot of things in Alaska that because it's such a popular destination for cruising, I feel like they have things for kind of all ages. So I feel like they could probably come up with something to do with the whole family there too. But yeah, the thing I was going to suggest was, bring some good books because that's one of my favorite things to do on a cruise is because I am unplugged for the most part, although I did plug in a little bit, more on this last one. because I did buy the internet package, but even still, like I made time to just stop and read, and I actually read an entire book, and I was like, oh, I finished a book, you know? So like that part was huge. So yeah, I mean, just, I think that the whole family is going to have fun together, and that's going to be the best part. I don't think you have to worry so much about the, you know, too much Disney or whatever, because I really think that you all are just going to have so much fun together that part's not going to matter much. You know, that's just an added bonus to the whole cruise, because, you know, cruising on Disney is, yeah, you do get the Disneyfication, but I mean, it kind of, one of my favorite things is it feels like you're sailing on an old timey, you know, cruise liner. So
Yeah.
like that's it's like the Titanic with hopefully
icebergs. Do it.
So, you know, like, but that's what I mean. Like, it feels like that. It's this great experience, and you know, it doesn't. You know, the Disney part just adds extra to it. Is kind of my thought on that. So,
if they start playing "My Heart Will Go On,"
then we got a big problem.
Go to the top deck. I'm just saying, grab your life vest.
I feel like every ship has like a musician that plays a song. It just, I don't know why, it just happens. They just love to reference the Titanic on ships.
My heart will go. No, you're right. And yeah, I think the D Lounge though, like the family game shows, I think Grandma get a kick out of seeing like those. Those are fun.
And it's such a chill. I'm missing the D Lounge because my last couple have been on the Wish, and like I love that space. Like it's big, you know, and like it holds a lot of people. It's comfortable. Like it's great entertainment for all the families. Like I just love the D Lounge.
We're gonna be singing some karaoke in less than 2 months. Scott.
You know, I'll be singing some karaoke.
Yeah, let's go. July 6th, baby. All right, podcast cruise coming at you. All right, Ashley has a question. Hey, Mike and crew, we're headed to Walt Disney World for the first time in September.
Hooray!
I know, check that out. I gotta give a ding for that. For the first time, and qualified for the free quick service dining plan. Oh man, she's going to Walt Disney World for the first time, and her food is free. We decided to upgrade to the table service option since we knew we would do at least 2 character meals. This is a whole new realm of planning that I didn't originally think I would be doing. So I need your help. A few questions. Feel free to ask these. Feel free to break these up if it's too much for one show. No, let's go for it. My girls will be almost 8 and 5.5 when we go. My 5-year-old is more into princesses, while my older daughter loves her villains. You're in trouble. Be careful. So here we go. Cinderella's Royal Table or Artist Point with Snow White. Cinderella's Royal Table or Akershus for breakfast. I feel like we need at least 1 more character meal to make our upgrade worth it. Or do you think we need 2? I would love a suggestion for a character meal at a resort and 1 inside the parks, but not Chef Mickey's. Thanks for your help. I'm sure I'll reach out again in a few more times before we go. Ashley's out in Arizona. All right, so she has Cinderella's Royal Table or Artist Point, or Cinderella's Royal Table or Akershus for breakfast.
So those are 2 table service credits too, those meals.
Except for Akershus. Is Akershus for breakfast?
Akershus might not be, but I think Cinderella. So I just want to break that out there. Like, so those you'll have to use 2 of your credits for Artist Point and Crystal. I mean, not Crystal. Cinderella's Royal Table. So just know that like that's double the credits. So that's why I like eating in Norway for breakfast. I think
it's true.
I think the food is pretty darn good in there, and then you get a great castle. You still get like a castle experience. It's like you walk by it like an Epcot, and you don't think like it looks as grand, obviously, as Cinderella's castle. But you go in there, and it feels so royal in there. Like I love the atmosphere in there. And the fact that it's 1 table service credit is like a no-brainer for me because you still see the princesses.
I'm exactly the same on that. Like once you're inside, it is amazing. It looks it looks as much castle-y on the inside as Cinderella's Royal Table Castle. The only thing you get is when you dine at Cinderella's Royal Table, the plus of that is that every time you watch a Disney movie when you're back home, right? It's kind of that thing like when the movie starts and you see the outline of the castle, like we still do this to the day, like we ate there, you know, like, I mean, I still think every Uber Disney fan, and this is your first trip, so you'll probably go back and you'll have other trips, but at some point, I think everybody should eat in the castle once, but you don't have to do it on the first trip. The value is definitely there at Akershus The food, I think, is better. It's definitely a better value, and the experience overall at breakfast is better. I think I would lean Akershus.
I haven't been there in a while, but those cheesy potatoes were like my favorite Disney food item for years. Because I mean, we went there every trip, right? I had a young girl, young princess, so we went to Akerhus. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I always say it wrong. Inside joke in my family, but those cheesy potatoes were the best thing, and I hope they haven't changed them. But either way, it's a great meal.
You know what? Funny you should say that. I was watching Love Boat the other day, and the Love Boat docked in Sweden, and Captain Stubing came on, and they were going to Castle Akershus, and he pronounced it Akershus.
Look at that.
That's officially
we learned from the Love Boat.
That's canon. That's canon to me. If Stubing said it, that's how we're saying it. So, so I mean that we're kind of all saying that we like Akershus is kind of the best overall, because you're getting lots of princesses, you're getting good food, you're getting a better value. It's easier. Also, it's easier ADR to get, so it's not.
I know the 8-year-old likes the villains though, so that's where the artist point thing is tricky, right? Because you got a villain, but
I don't find the food to be that. I mean, I haven't been to the artist point, but the food is the reason why I haven't been artist point. The food does not sound that good to me. Like, I've looked at their menu many times, and I've just been like, it's just okay.
I agree. They changed the menu when they went to the characters, and it was a disappointing menu.
It's a very disappointing menu.
It's not the best.
Until they change that menu, I don't know that I will be going there, because as cool as it would be to, dine with Maleficent and, stuff like that, like, I'm paying a lot of money. Or not Maleficent. It's the evil queen. Sorry. Mm-hmm. I'm paying a lot of money for for my dinner, and I would like to enjoy it. And if I'm just paying for the character, I mean, yes, I am paying for the character, of course, but experience. But I would like to enjoy eating as well. Like, if I want both the bang for my buck there, and if I'm not enjoying the food that they have listed, then I'm probably not getting the bang for my buck. So I don't know that I would do. Artist Point at all. Like, it just doesn't appeal to me though. But if the menu appeals to you, then I say go for it.
So Akershus is in a park, right? So there's her one in park, good value, kind of overall experience dining character meal. Mm-hmm. Mohawk offered up Ohana breakfast for a second option in a resort. And I kind of second that, because I love the food. I love the opportunity to go over to the Polynesian. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away from the Magic Kingdom if you want to go there for your Magic. I like to go to the Magic Kingdom and rope drop it, do a late breakfast around 10:30, go, have like a Pop-Tart or something that morning, kind of tide you over, rope drop Magic Kingdom, come back, and then you kind of make it your breakfast / lunch, because it's a big breakfast. You got Stitch and Lilo, and I think Mickey's there.
Yeah. Mickey and Pluto, I believe, are still there. Yes.
Stitch is going to be all the hotness this summer.
Stitch is going to be all the hotness. Yeah.
That'll carry over into the fall when they're there. That'll be the greatest, thing going. That might be an option. I mean, can you think of any other good character meals at the resorts?
I had Cape May for breakfast. I feel like it's a nice character buffet. The characters are really fun, interactive with you. At least the times that I've been there before. So Cape May was the one that came to my brain first. So
Scotty?
Yeah.
Well, I just shared this on a Must See Adventure episode, but 1900 Park Fair was the go-to for me for sure. Just in case that they didn't do the other one, because you have Cinderella there. So
I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
So you do have some royalty there, and Aladdin is there.
And you have Mirabelle.
Yeah, I know it's cute. It's a cute. Now I wish they had I wish they kind of switched them at dinner time again, like they used to. So you used to have Pooh and Mad Hatter at breakfast, and then you had the step sisters and the evil stepmother. Like, that was pretty cool, but still, I think that's an awesome character meal option. And you get to go to Grand Floridian, which is, like Mike said, man, you can check out the Polynesian, well, you can check out the Grand Floridian too, which I think is also beautiful. Mm-hmm. All right, we didn't help you. We gave you so many options.
No, we did not.
Can't go wrong with any of them.
You can't go wrong with any of them. So just kind of take your choice there. You can look them up over at themouthforless.com. Got all the menus.
And the nice part is all of those are one table service credit too. So that part's really huge too.
With me, you're going to get a good value. I mean,
exactly.
All right, we got a last question from Michael in Annapolis, Maryland. One of my great guests over at the Magic for Less says, "Hey Mike, thanks for helping book our surf and turf graduation celebration at the end of May. After our cruise on the Treasure, we'll be spending some time at the parks We have a question about getting to the Hoop-de-Doo review, which we have Mr. Hoop-de-Doo review here with us.
Yes, we do.
We'll be at the Magic Kingdom that day, and I presume we can just take a bus to Fort Wilderness. What happens from there? Does the bus take us all the way back to Pioneer Hall? Will we have to transfer to a different bus line, or is there a better way to get there? How much travel time should we allocate to make our 6:15 reservation? Thanks so much, Mike. And funny thing is, he's from Annapolis, Scott, because that's where the Navy midshipmen are. No, you don't take a bus.
You don't do a bus.
Toot, toot. What do you do, Scott?
You take a boat, my friend.
You do not.
I know you just got off the ship on the Treasure, so I don't know if you're a little seasick or not. But no, you absolutely do not do a bus. If you're coming directly from the Magic Kingdom, you take a boat, and it takes you right to Pioneer Hall. And plus, you're on a boat. The boat that is my favorite ride almost in all of Walt Disney World. The boat ride from Magic Kingdom, because you go past the Contemporary, you go past the Wilderness Lodge, you go all the way back, way out there in Bay Lake. It is a spectacular ride. And if depending on the time of year, and what time your show is, you might see a sunset too, which is awesome, right? I love the sunset. So it's a glorious time to be on a boat then. So take the boat.
I mean, it's just problem solved. It drops you off right there. Boom. You just
now, if you can't do a boat, if people are tired, yes, or like you just got off the cruise, or you really want to do the bus, you can take a bus.
No, that is such a hassle.
I know, because it is a hassle. You have to go through the inner bus loop, and then it's cool. You see the fort, but the boat is the only answer.
Don't do that. Take the boat seriously, because it's one of the big friendship boats. It's a big dog.
That's a nice boat.
Launches. Yeah, you're good.
And even if you can't sit outside, because if you're the first ones to line up, everyone takes the outdoor seating, but the windows open on the interior seating too, and you get a nice breeze in there too. It's so nice.
Yeah, or you can take a minivan if you really want to roll, but take the boat. I mean, seriously, it's right there. You walk out of the Magic Kingdom, just keep walking straight, and you're on the boat dock, and just doot, doot, right there, drops you off.
Now, back will be the tricky part, right? So if you're not staying at like one of those resorts or whatnot, you could just take the boat back to Magic Kingdom and then hop on your bus from there is what I would do.
Yep. That's what I would do. Yep. All right. That's going to do it for today's show. But if you have a question, drop it in the inbox. So you get in the queue here. It's Mike at beourguestpodcast.com. Just put listener question in the header and we'll get you queued up for the next podcast. Or just join us live on Monday afternoons and be a part of the fun. Don't forget, our show is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure. And the best part, the price is right. Just like Bob Barker said, no additional cost to you. Absolutely free each and every time. So check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air. We couldn't do it without your support. It's $5 a month. And for that, you get a bonus show every week. It's called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can follow us all on the social media. Scott is at Epscott, EPSCOT. But check them out over on Must See Adventures. Like and subscribe while you're over there, because we are getting ready to spin the Wheel of Destiny for that $25 Disney gift card. If not already, we'll be rolling into the next one, because every 25 it happens. So do that. Rikki's at Rikki Nibs, RIKKINIBS. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike. All the socials, just check us out and join us in the clubhouse. beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. That's where we hang out 24/7. It's like a 24-hour listener question show. But we also talk sports, we talk life, and of course, we talk Disney like crazy. We have a sub channel for the resorts, the theme parks, the international parks. The dining never stops. I mean, I think we're just always hungry. It's crazy. We have a good time. We're waiting for you to get over there. I'll welcome you personally. Come on over, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse, and join us on Sunday night. We open up the phone lines. It's a miracle. It worked. The new phone number worked last Sunday night. I'm guessing my dad even called and said, did the new phone number work? I'm like, pretty much. It was a miracle. Yeah. After the first 30 minutes, when nobody called, it made me sweat bullets like I was the guy in an airplane trying to land, like I was Ted Stryker. But then when somebody called from Lake St. Louis, it was great. We're good. So yeah, give us a call Sunday night, 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central. We'll take your calls and have a good time. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. Tune in and we'll have a good time with that. So we'll be back again on Friday, and we are talking resort hopping at Walt Disney World. What we're going to do is a best of the best. We're going to give some situations like I'm going to give I hear train.
It's my house.
I love that. I'm like sitting here just talking. I'm like, is there a train coming by?
Yeah, there's a train. It's fine.
It's called ambiance, people.
It is.
I love that. Like,
it's not as fun as the Disney train. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I pay for these good cans, and I'm going to use them, man, because I hear a train coming in. That's awesome. Anyway, what was I saying? So we're going to that would work great for Friday. Like, what resort would you hear a train coming by you right there? No, but we're going to talk about the Walt Disney World resorts and just give situations. Like, I'm going to say, which Walt Disney World resort is the best for a late night stroll? Think about that, because there is one that is definitely head and shoulders above any other Walt Disney World resort for a late night stroll. We're going to talk about that, other situations. So getting ready to resort hop at Walt Disney World on Friday. So until then, for Scott and Rikki, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Let me save that one.
Man, Jared's doing the thing that we always do to each other, Mike, just sending me photos of like the ship. Like I am like recording the podcast. I look down and like there's the atrium, and I'm like, no.
Is that ship probably looks really cool too.
I've never seen, actually, like I don't think I've ever really seen Mitch photos of the Wonder. Like that's a ship I don't really research.
It's gonna look a lot like the Magic.
Is it? Actually, I haven't really watched anything on the Magic either.
I haven't until like this week.
I probably should like not be like super surprised.
I'm giving in this week. I can't. I'm obsessed. Okay, hang on. I've been drinking tea all day. I'll be right back. Hang on.
That's always fun.
Rikki, I heard the same thing though.
Okay, I just wanted to make.
I feel like I gotta go play that back.
I know. I was like, what?
So it's the Scott and Rikki show, everybody. So what do you want to know? What questions do you have for us?
You've got the two of us here. I mean,
you got the brains behind the podcast and the looks. So
there you go.
What do you got?
The question is which is which.
We could both be tied for first in that category.
We could both be tied for first in either of those categories. Oh my gosh, no. Scott, how was your Mother's Day? Like, I know, how did you celebrate?
It was good. Emily worked. Do you know she like works at Old Navy?
No, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's funny.
She's not gonna be working there much longer though, because she's gonna be moving for college.
Yeah.
No, it was good. So Emily worked. We got Liz some Tim Hortons. Have you ever had Tim Hortons?
I did up in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a ton of them here in Michigan because we're so close to Canada.
Nice.
So got her some Tim Hortons to start off the day, and then Liz and I ended up playing like a mini golf course, and it was packed. There was old people, young people, like it was just like everyone was having a good time. So it was really slow paced because it's one of those like it's kind of like the fairway course, like Fantasia. It's like one of those like really long courses, so like and hilly. So like the poor old people walking up the hills, but we just soaked in the weather and had a good time,
That's
so
great.
Sorry yours was not the best. You weren't feeling well.
No, yeah. Brian and I talked to him. He's like, we could spend an hour waiting in line somewhere with a toddler who's not, the best at waiting in line anyway, or we could just go somewhere easy. And I'm like, I like easy. Let's do easy. So that's what we did. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Pam,
there's Jared right there.
Nice.
These are the kind of photos I'm getting right now. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so glad I'm not getting those because I'm so just dying to go on a cruise right now. I'm just like, you know how you get like when it's like it's time to go. Like I need to go on a cruise so bad. I'm ready, but gotta wait. Yeah. So Pam got me. She bought a gallon of tea and I hadn't finished the other gallon, and they don't really fit in the fridge right now. So I'm trying to finish off the old gallon, and I've been drinking it all day. And dude, too much.
So who's that on the Dream? Like that was Ariel. Like I don't even know what the statue is. Is it Mickey?
Yeah, it's on the Magic.
Yeah,
it's Mickey, and he's like in a like he's got like a raincoat.
Raincoat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
It's some like historical statue from Boston. It's like he's like a whaler or something. There's some story behind it.
I figured the first ship, it probably had to be Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey. And it's a statue that's in Boston, like of some historical significance.
Okay, cool. I'll have to do some research on that.
Yep. Oh man, I can't wait. Oh, that ship is gonna be awesome. Oh man, it's so little. It was so cool. All right, here we go. $26.93. Dude, we're almost 27.
That's a lot of podcasts.
There's a lot. I burned
Oh,
up.
I did get one more subscriber. So
there you go, dude. I told you about you.
It's exactly at 925 right now. Unless we lose one.
We're on to the next one. Okay, here we go. I'll go with that. Welcome to episode 2693 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're getting ready for a big weekend wherever you are here around the world. Thank you for taking the Be Our Guest podcast with you. And let's make it a great weekend. Of course, we celebrated Mother's last weekend, at least here in the States. And this weekend, probably a lot of graduations starting to happen. So congratulations to all of our grads here as we start to wrap up yet another school year. It's unbelievable. I know this coming up Monday, the last Monday my wife will ever teach.
Nice.
Believe us. Yeah.
Wow.
Starting her last week of teaching coming up this coming week. I know. I'm jealous. I should have hung in there and just finished up now. I'm glad I took the podcast and this gig. This has been the greatest thing ever. And it's because you guys had the support, and I love that you've been with us. So thank you for letting me live my dream every time we put out a podcast. I mean, I tell people this is like my golf. I know, Scott, you're a golfer and like that's your thing. This is kind of, this is my hobby. This is what I do when I have fun. I go down talking to a microphone and close the door and just have a blast talking to my friends. And my friends are here today. We're going to talk about some Walt Disney World park hopping, or not, resort hopping. I'm still not good at it, but I like to do it. So I appreciate y'all. So Rikki's joining us from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less. And I'm sure getting ready for a big weekend now that she is off the IL from last week.
Yes.
What's up, Rikki?
I have a date night tonight. So
oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on.
Oh no. I know it's coming.
We'll probably get hit with it. We're going to get hit with a thing on YouTube.
I got it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. We're good. Yeah. Date night. Brian has a work event, a celebration. And so I get to go and dress up and, be arm candy tonight, which makes me happy. So it's all good.
Candy. That's nice.
Yeah. I'm going to be arm candy. So
I guess it's okay if you say it. I mean, since you are the said candy. Okay.
It's good. Yeah. So I'm excited to see him, get up on stage and it's nice. It's nice to be married to the big man. So that part's nice.
Shaking my head for all the
I know. That's all right.
Big man on campus.
All right. I'm excited though because I get to see the hotel has been under renovation for the last year or so, or longer than that probably. So I finally get to see the renovation done, which I'm really anxious to see because he's been talking about it forever. So that'll probably be really nice to see.
Very nice. All right. I don't know what to say to that. So we're just going to move on and get to today's topic. We also have Scotty G joining us, where you need to go over to Must See Adventures on YouTube and like and subscribe, because guess what? We are moved on to the next 25. We're getting those subscribers. We're in that run up to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. But I don't know if we've spun the wheel of destiny at this point for that last 25, because we hit the 25. But of course, the good news is every 25 we spin for a Disney gift card. So come on over. Scotty G, what's going on? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Every 25 up to 1,000. Then we'll have to bring the accountants in and talk to Brian and figure out what the next promo will be. Yes. But yeah, happy weekend, happy Friday. Mike, I'm with you though. I love the community that you built with this. I've told you, I don't know if I shared on the podcast, that Emily's essay for Michigan talked about the Be Our Guest podcast community is what she wrote her essay on to get into Michigan, which I think is really cool. And you built such a great one. And I just love sitting here just talking with the three of us about Disney with our friends here from across the world. I like doing the video editing. I love the podcasting. It is fun. It is a great hobby, and it's a great escape from the world that we live in. So I just love what you built here, Mike. It's so awesome.
It's just all of us coming together, really. I mean, it's just been a blessing that everybody kind of found each other. I mean, Shaggy right here, I mean, he's going to be on the treadmills. We're recording live. He's tuned in over in Scotland. Dude should be sleeping. So don't blame me tomorrow when that treadmill hits a little harder, because you stayed up late with us. We love that you did, and we love that you're part of our community. You are a brother, But I'm telling you what, that treadmill is going to be there for you when you wake up. But again, our community is the best. I mean, I love his excitement for the Halloween party announcements earlier in the week. The Food and Wine Festival is going to run his first 5K Run Disney event. And that is the love, like, Jason down in Celebration, who gets to go to the parks daily. Not that all of us are jealous of that. Are we? Never. Yes, we're jealous all the time because he gets to go to the parks all the time, but he's so good to us. He gives us all the updates. I mean, it's amazing. Kim's always there every day.
But then it's a two-way street. Then they get jealous of us when we have like 65-degree days here, in the Midwest, and then it's like 100 degrees down there.
Like we get the whole we get to do the countdown. You know what I'm saying? Like we get the vacation differently. So there's pluses and minuses, but our community comes together. And I just love the way we all kind of support each other. That's why you got to be in the clubhouse. It is. And also, I got to give a quick shout out to Jason, by the way, because we have this. I don't know how this started. I think it was a thing on social media 6 months ago where the NFL shared how many Uncrustables NFL teams go through like during the season. That was like a thing. And I've always eaten Uncrustables because like Paige like destroyed these things back in the day. Like we got them as part of the dining plan at Walt Disney World. It was like an option. You could get Uncrustables part of your meal because she was such a picky eater. And I've been eating the grape ones forever, the grape ones. I thought that was the only kind they had. Well, come to find out, Jason has been just preaching about how good the peanut butter and honey ones are. And I didn't know that they even made these. So should I admit this? Pam did go to the grocery store on Mother's Day because Sunday's like the shopping day, and she did. And I forgot to tell her that we were out of Uncrustables because she usually buys the big box, like the 20 dog. And I only eat them on Mondays before the podcast. That's the only time I eat them during the week. I eat them on Mondays to power up through the podcast. So like my power pods for the podcast or whatever. We didn't have them. So today I did a mobile order to Target and I thought, I wonder if they have the honey ones. They did. So I got a honey box, a little 4-pack, just in case I didn't like them. I'll tell you what, honey ones are where they're at. They're even better than the peanut butter and jelly. They're amazing.
I'm gonna have to try the honey one.
Oh, they're good. Be careful, man. They are addictive. I'm ready to go eat the rest of the other 3 right now. Right now, they're that good, and they're lower calorie than the peanut butter and jelly.
Because you need to worry about that. That's fine. Yeah.
Hey, they're like 20 less. Just checked. They're pretty good. And today's Smuckers is bringing you today's show. That's right.
If only.
All right. So now everybody's ready. Get me an Uncrustable. I mean, I have nothing against crust. I like crust too. I mean, but Uncrustables are good. So we're talking about the Walt Disney World Resorts because this is what we've been talking about over in the Discord, over in the clubhouse. You need to be there. BeOurGuestPodcast.com/clubhouse. Because some people were saying, like, I've never resort hopped on my Disney World vacation. We come down, we go to the theme parks. We never take time to go to the other resorts. We just, we stay where we stay. We go to the parks and we go home. I mean, we're all resort hoppers, right? I mean, I am. I love going to the resorts. I mean, Scotty G, I know you are. Rikki, you don't stay on site very much because of your circumstances with Brian, the hotel mogul.
Yes.
And you have
and family
down in the villages.
Yes.
Doing the villages thing and all that stuff. I don't know. So do you take time to go around and visit the resorts when you're down there? You are a theme park. You are a different breed when it comes. You are a theme park person.
I am, but we do tend to, go and visit the resorts, and it just kind of depends on what we're doing in that time. Sometimes we just take a whim and we're like, hey, let's go check out this resort. Let's go grab a bite here at this place. Let's go whatever. And so, yeah, a lot of times I'll make a dining reservation for breakfast at a resort. So that way we get to a resort first and then, kind of experience that and then go to the parks or, we just do it a little bit different. But yeah, we definitely like to, stop and see the resorts and enjoy what they have to offer the guests and ourselves. So
I think again, it's kind of the evolution of how you see Walt Disney World. You go at the beginning and it's all about the theme parks, right? And once you've kind of gotten not your fill of the theme parks, but you've had the opportunity to ride Space Mountain a few times, to do Big Thunder, to go on, Guardians of the Galaxy, what have you. You've seen the big attractions. You've done them a few times. something kind of changes in the way you tour, right, Scott? I mean, I don't know when exactly it is, trip 3, trip 4, trip 5, but there is kind of the evolution of your vacation where the resorts, because for us, I know you and I, especially, we talk about this a lot. The resorts have become more essential, I think, to our vacations than the theme parks, or at least equal parts almost at this point.
For sure. And I just think of how it is. It might just be like a getting older thing too.
I
You
think
know,
I mean, without saying it, yeah,
because like I'm totally like, because I started going like in my early 20s, mid 20s when Emily was born, and my God, like all I wanted to do was be in the theme parks. That's all I ever wanted to do. And now like I'm like Dave the chill guy, you know, in those videos, man. I just want to be lounging at the pool, taking in the atmosphere of my resorts. And I've just learned over the years, it's like it's been a goal of mine to like stay at all the resorts, which we knocked off that bucket list item by staying in the cabins last fall. It's just like, man, like I just really enjoy like the ambiance and just soaking up the chill time and the vibe of the resorts, because they're all like a little different in each way too, which I think is fantastic. That's why it makes resort hopping so unique, because you get to see all these different themes and things, kind of like you would like in a theme park. Like, oh, I'm in Tomorrowland, oh, I'm in Fantasyland. I kind of feel that with the resorts are kind of like their own mini lands too, like extensions of the theme parks, and that's why I love them.
I agreed. I was blown away. Like you mentioned that just right off the top. Like I didn't ever, my first 5, 6 trips, I never thought, nobody ever told me that the Magic Kingdom, when you think of the monorail resorts, right, that, oh, the Contemporary is supposed to be themed to Tomorrowland, and the Grand Floridian is Main Street USA, and the Polynesian is Adventureland. First time I heard that, my mind was like, I mean,
it's so true though.
But I mean, like first time, I think 95% of the people at the Magic Kingdom have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I didn't know that. I mean, did it not blow your head right off your shoulders when you heard that the first time? Like, oh my gosh, that's so true. It's
yeah.
I mean,
but like it's just yeah, like I don't know what it is. You just get older. You've had all those experiences in the theme parks, and there's more theme parks than there's more resorts than theme parks too, right? So it gives you more opportunities to try new things.
That's right. So, okay, here's kind of what I wanted to do with today's show, to kind of make it fun if you're on the treadmill, walking the dog, doing the dishes, what have you, riding in the car, because this is something you do, with family, traveling, talk with everybody today. Situational things, not big things, but situational things, like I talked about on Wednesday. Best resort for a night stroll. So when I thought about this, like you get, you want to go on a stroll just by yourself, with your significant other, whoever, and you want to stroll through a resort at night. And it's not always going to be the deluxe. It could be a value, it could be a moderate, but like if I want to go on a night stroll at a resort, I'm 100% of the time picking French Quarter. I mean, Port Orleans French Quarter for a night stroll every single time. It's got the jazz music. It's got the skinny little streets. You could grab a beignet to walk and eat. I mean, it's going to be a mess. But if you get lost,
Yep.
you can find your way back by the Powdered Sugar Trail. But you can walk along the Sassagoula River. I mean, and the boats are going to come by, and they're going to toot toot at you. People are going to wave at you. But just like all the wrought iron, like lampposts at night. But jazz music is what sells.
Jazz music gets you. Yeah,
it's just. I mean, the deluxe resorts can't touch French Quarter at night. Are we having any objections to that? I mean, night strolls, but Riverside and Alligator Bayou is pretty sweet too. That's a pretty close second. I mean, what else are we thinking as far as night strolls at the resorts?
Well, I wrote down 2, and you said number 2, and Jason in the chat wrote down mine. That's number 1, and that's Coronado Springs. It's just because it's so wide open, right? And there's so many different walking paths you can go, so many directions, and you have the bridges that you can cross. So you can look at the water, you can look at the water fountain, you can see Grand Destino Tower, and everything ties to me to music. I feel like I'm just like a big music fan, and I love that background loop. It's just, you got like the nice like chill guitar playing and all that.
Exactly. I can hear it. You said that.
I can hear it right now. Yes. It's so good. Yeah. So, and I like the lights. So if you're out by like where like the old check-in desk used to be, there's like that Laguna Bar, I think, out there. They have those string lights that are just hanging by like the Coronado flag. Like, man, that's vacation to me. It is just so nice. I just love strolling around there.
I agree. You're right. Plus, like you also have the Mayan, the pyramid, the tower out by the pool. Like, and you can see that kind of illuminated.
So look at that. We picked two moderates.
Yeah, I mean,
not even a deluxe.
I mean, Michael's coming in he's hanging out with us always over in the Discord too, with great conversation. The DVC side at the Polynesian at night, super peaceful, and the torches. That's one of the things at the Polynesian, though, the torches. And the paths are very like meandering. That is one of the Polynesian is probably the best at night for a walk, I would say. What do you say, Rikki?
I definitely thought about the Polynesian. But you can always do one of the value resorts, and I'm going to go with Pop Century because you've got all the great, larger than life icons to look at. They're all lit up at night in unique, different ways. And so that's always one of my favorite things. And then of course you can walk across the bridge, across Hourglass Lake, and you can go over to Art of Animation, and they have all the other different, larger than life decorations that you can enjoy. So it can be a really long meandering walk that you take with that one. And again, just the way they light things up and you've got those larger than life icons, it's a really cool experience for sure.
And even just going around Hourglass Lake is so nice too. Even if you don't even look at the icons, it's so
exactly
nice.
Yeah, 100%.
So you love the little facts, and they're double sided. So depending on the way you walk, you can see 2 different sets.
Those are great. Those are great answers.
Not that I've run that a bajillion times and read all the signs, but there is one about the Gateway Arch and about marathons and everything else. All right. So Scotty G, give us another situation and something that's great about the resorts.
All right. So I wrote some down. I'm going to go with, I think there's a great thing to resort hop to, and that is shopping. I mean, come on. Like, you knew I was going to say shopping. I love the shop, right? And there's some great resorts for that and some not so great resorts for the shopping, but I gotta go with one of my favorites, and that is I'm going to the Contemporary Resort. So if you're at Magic
Took
Kingdom,
mine. Dang.
Sorry, Rikki. If you're at the Magic Kingdom, you want to do some resort hopping, felt like you didn't get enough in the Emporium or any other gift shops, take the walk over, the monorail over, and then actually take the monorail over because you'll be on the same level just about as the I always want to say LBV. I always say it wrong. Like BVG,
Buena Vista Gifts. That's what it is. Yeah.
I was going to say Belle Biv DeVoe.
No.
That is one of my favorites.
It's an amazing gift shop.
Oh my God. I know we talked about it on the
snack
podcast.
counter. I mean, snack counter.
I call it the mini confectionery.
Yes.
And it's got some great resort specific merchandise, which is like my favorite 3 words to say. Resort specific merchandise. Hello. I want more of that. I just love it. So you can get some contemporary stuff, and then you got your general merchandise too, but you go in there and it just goes on and on and on. It just runs deep in there. And then you got great views too. Like if you go on the window side, you can see Bay Lake and all that. It's just an awesome spot. And there's another shopping store behind it. I kind of call that the pin trading store. It's got pins and toys and kind of stuff like that. But you're really just going to that one. And even though it's just the one gift shop that I'm focusing on, it's worth the resort hop for sure.
It is. I agree.
I have 2 real quick. One is Boardwalk. I like Screen Door.
Cheater.
I like Screen Door. That's a good store.
It is good.
It's got almost all the exact same things as that store we talked about the Contemporary, the BVD or what.
BVG.
That's a great late night stroll too. I didn't even think about Boardwalk.
Because it's got a little mini confectionery in there too. It's got some treats. It's got like a frozen drink machine and stuff like that. But it also has resort specific attire in there typically. It's a big store, and the Boardwalk is pretty awesome in itself. And you could also, if you want to, walk the loop over to Beach and Yacht to shop there. But I'm just saying, Screen Door is one of my favorite stores, but also low key Pop Century.
Dang, you took mine.
Yeah, low key, everything.
He jumped in there. He didn't let you get second.
He did not. He didn't. I had my 2. And you both took mine.
Nope, that's the wrong button, but that works too because we're shopping.
That just tells you that you had some really good answers, Rikki.
I did. I legit, you both took my answers. Pop Century is an amazing gift shop. They have some really unique things that are different than all the other gift shops. And you totally stole mine. Great.
It's easy to resort hop too. Just if you can skyline there if you're over by like Epcot or Hollywood Studios. So that's nice.
Absolutely. I guess since I have to give an answer, I actually don't know the name of the gift shop there, but I'm going to go with the gift shop at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which I really can't.
Is this like Zawabi Traders or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's a very large gift shop. Actually, you don't expect it until you walk down the steps, and you're like, whoa, this is huge. But they have one of my favorite souvenirs that I brought home. They actually have a person there who will craft a print of your child's name or dog's name or your name or whatever, and it will be in Disney. It'll have Disney characters inside the letters. So we had one created for Lucy, and it's of Minnie Mouse, and so that's one of my favorite things. And I got to pick the colors and everything like that. So, I feel like they have a lot of unique things at that shop.
They do,
especially with the African influence of, obviously being an Animal Kingdom lodge. And then of course that little spot was one of my favorite things that
I was close. Zawadi Marketplace is what I call it.
Zawadi Marketplace. Oh, you were very close.
For a dude from Michigan, that's pretty good.
But I love you're right, the unique stuff, like the hand carved animals, like those like walking sticks. Like I always want to take one. And
what you're gonna do with a walking stick, I have no idea. But
I can use it for hiking, but I can't because how am I gonna fit that in a suitcase?
That's a good point. Yeah, I could at least drive it home in my car. Okay. But
you not carry it on the plane. Let's carry on lightsabers.
I guess those are bigger than a lightsaber, though. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, it's like a low tech lightsaber, I guess. I mean, it's like the original.
I think you just go down to the Mara while you're there and get a zebra dome.
Oh yes, I'm here for that.
And Malcolm offers up over the UK. Shout out Malcolm, staying up late with us. Just got back from Walt Disney World, seeing his daughter over there on the college, the international exchange program. Old Key West. That is a great gift shop. It's small, but it is powerful. It's got all that gurgling suitcase.
You could buy a gurgling suitcase shirt there, so it's
almost bought it 20 times. Yeah.
I have a mug. I have like a pint of the gurgling suitcase. It's so good.
I've held that shirt up 20 times. Never bought it. But
you're gonna buy it this summer.
Yeah.
Probably. Okay, there you go.
All right, Rikki, give us one. We got.
All right, I'm gonna go with the best place to grab an ice cream. Because sometimes you get back from your day at the park and you're like, dang, I really should have gotten an ice cream. Because honestly, besides the Magic Kingdom, there's a couple of good options of getting ice cream, but none are like really my favorite. So I'm gonna ask the question of where would you go to get a really good ice cream treat? Should I go first then, since so
that we don't steal your answers?
All right. I mean, obviously the place I'm gonna go is gonna be Beaches and Cream. They've got the walk-up window there, and so you can go, you can get an ice cream, and you can sit there by the water, by the pool, Stormalong Bay, and enjoy and just have a really nice time enjoying delicious ice cream treats. Now, you can't get all the treats that they have inside Beaches and Cream, but there's a lot of great options. I mean, I sat at the counter the last time I ate there, and I was sitting right by the window. And so I got to watch them make all the ice cream for the walk-up window. And I can't tell you the number of little mini Mickey and Minnie kitchen sinks that they sold. I mean, I think everybody was buying one of those Mickey or Minnie kitchen sinks. So it's a really great place to get a fantastic and unique treat. So I'm going with Beaches and Cream.
Great choice.
Scott, where would you go to get ice cream?
I'm going to go to the Polynesian because I'm going to count this as ice cream, and I'm going to Pineapple Lanai.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think that's totally fair. Yes.
So I get my Dole Whip, and I think you can do like a straight vanilla soft serve. I'm pretty sure there too. Yeah. So that would be where I would go. Hey, I'm just hanging out on the monorail for my resort hopping. Apparently,
you can't beat it though, because you can sit there again by the tiki torches or whatever and just enjoy a delightful pineapple.
And they'll do like specialty ones, like they'll do specialty Dole Whip. Like I've had like a boozy one there before, and they'll like just be like little like 4th of July. They'll have like a red, white, and blue kind of a thing and stuff too. So it's really cool. I like the Pineapple Lanai. I think it was a great addition to the.
I think so too.
Yeah, the specialty ones too. And I think the Chad's missing the assignment here because they're back in the parks. Like we're resort hopping, but it is late where they are. I'll give them that. It's the middle of the night. I mean, come on now. But because you're right, the shaved ice is awesome in Japan, but that is not a resort. But that does sound really good right about now. Again, I'm going to go back to the boardwalk because of the ice cream shop. The old R.I.P. Ample Hills.
Yes.
Miss Ample Hills so bad because that ooey gooey butter ice cream.
Oh,
man,
so
that
good.
Was so good. I cannot tell you how many of those cones I had back in the day, but it is still good in a pinch. It's not bad, but it was better when it was Ample Hills.
I agree.
And honestly, like you took two, Mike, so I'm just going to say this. Like, I just love like just a straight up vanilla soft serve. Nothing fancy, just straight up vanilla soft serve. And there's two places I really like to do that. The Goods to Go at Old Key West, right by the Gurgling Suitcase. But at Coronado, like the counter service there, I just love. They used to let you do it yourself, so I would go like Crystal Palace style on that thing. I would make it like 3 feet tall, but not 3 feet tall, but pretty close. But now the cast member makes it for you, but it's still so good, and I just love that they put some sprinkles on it, and I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like it used to be self-serve at Coronado, which was way better. Now the cast member makes it, so I've kind of switched from ice cream there to I get the chocolate chip cookies there. Like they
got a nice little like dessert counter over there for sure.
Yeah, and they have these red velvet chocolate chip cookies.
Nice.
Those are so good. Yeah, those are really good. Jason is giving a vote. He's over on YouTube. The gelato at the Riviera.
Nice.
Somebody had that?
No, that's good. That sounds good.
Is that a Primo Piatto? I'm guessing.
I don't know why. I don't know why I was thinking it was like at Bar Riva.
Yeah, I want to say it's upstairs.
Yes. Yeah, by next to the gift shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's that little bitty.
Yes.
What's the name of that place?
By that coffee shop.
By the coffee shop. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We just named like 5 different things you could do.
I know, we totally did. Yeah. Not one of them was the actual name of the ice cream.
At the Riviera. There's a card outside by the pool, he says. Okay.
That's right. I just saw that before my last cruise.
You had 5 places and it still wasn't right.
Still wasn't right. No. They do have sweet treats though at that coffee shop. That's what I was thinking.
I asked Beth about it. I had never seen that cart before. And she's like, oh yeah, that's a gelato cart. I'm like, no, I didn't know that.
5 and it still missed. Man,
yeah,
we're gonna miss 5 times. All right, so here we go. Best place to read a book in a resort lobby.
Oh, hands down. I got mine.
Resort lobby book reading
during the summer.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with it.
Doesn't matter. Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, that's mine. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, that's mine though.
Oh, dang it.
So, and I'm probably going up.
Yeah, you're gonna go where I'm going.
To the mini fireplace, not to the big fireplace, the mini fireplace nook. And
absolutely.
That's Wilderness Lodge kind of got it going on. So I'm throwing that. I'm taking the gimme.
All right, fine.
That's a great lobby. So strategy, you got think outside the box. Where are you going to read a book?
I'm trying to think outside the box. Because you want it to be quiet, but all lobbies are loud.
You also want a little. You want to you need that wallpaper noise, right? That's what I like about Wilderness Lodge, right? You got a little bit of noise from Whispering Canyon, but it's kind of like wallpaper noise. You have people coming and going, but it's not too terrible.
I know where I'm going, and just stick with me for a little bit here. So I'm going to the boardwalk to read my book, because you can go through the lobby.
Those creepy doll chairs.
No, I'm going to other chairs though. You go through the lobby and there's kind of like an outdoor patio. There's these doors, double doors.
Yeah.
And there's like a few chairs, and I just love outdoor kind of rocking chairs and all that. So you'll get the ambience of like the friendship boats and like some noise from people talking as they're walking on the boardwalk. But I think it's a really comfortable, cool spot to read a book. So I'm going with the boardwalk, like right off the lobby there.
Brian and I found that area last trip or the trip after or before that, and it was glorious. Oh my gosh. We were so tired after walking around all day, and we sat there and it was so peaceful. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
There's actually a spot like that at the Wilderness Lodge too, where you can kind of look out like on a balcony. And there's about 4 or 5 seats out there. You look out over the pool. It's a great spot. Like out there. Oh yeah.
All right.
If you want to be outside, and the weather's nice. It's a good spot. That's a great spot. You know what? Jay and Melissa's wedding. I think that's where we kind of got pictures.
It is where we got ready and we got pictures. Yeah.
Staged at that spot. Yeah. Yeah. That was cool. All right, Rikki, what do you got?
I'm going to Animal Kingdom Lodge again. Yeah.
It's got the smell. It's got the background. But
I'm not.
Oh man.
I'm not going in the lobby area. I am going again, as Scott talked about. There's this walkway to go outside right off the main lobby, and there are these amazing rocking chairs, and you can see the savannah from these rocking chairs. It's a fantastic spot to just sit in peace, and you've got animals walking past you, and you got a good book, and it's perfect. Oh my gosh, it's so perfect. Yeah, it's an amazing spot to sit. So.
And doesn't it just? I mean, this again for first time people visiting Walt Disney World. The thought of going to Walt Disney World to sit in the lobby and read a book, you're like, what are you talking about? But for all 3 of us, Doesn't this sound like a great way to spend an hour or two?
It does. Yeah, it really does.
It does
It
sound
does.
great. But if you're like listening to a show for the first time, you're like, why would you go to Walt Disney World and read a book on a Disney vacation when you could be riding Space Mountain? It is about perspective. It is it totally, it's for where you're coming from. All right, Scott, give us, because we're gonna go one more for you, one more for Rikki, and we'll call it a weekend. So we got.
All right, so here we go. So you're on a great Walt Disney World trip. You want to do some resort hopping. Everybody wants to be a social media person these days. So you got to go to the resort to get your best Instagram photo that's going to get the most likes.
Oh, dude, I like this one. Oh man, let me think.
And I wrote it down, and I still don't have my answer. Like, I don't know what I want.
Oh man.
Because I'm gonna value because they're so poppy, kind of.
Yeah, so I kind of have one, and this is just for a great conversation, right? Like, where are you gonna go to get a cool photo? So I'm actually gonna go to Port Orleans Riverside.
That's good.
I love that like where the food court is. You know, you got like the wheel.
Yeah.
And it says, oh my God, I think the water tower is kind of like right behind there too. Like, and then you get some water, because I love water in your photos, right? So you get a little bit of water if you're like on the bridge at the right angle, and like the cool windmill. So I like that shot. And if you can get it like at a little sunset time, wouldn't hurt, or a little sunrise action in there. But I just think that's a cool Instagram photo right there. So I'm going to Port Orleans Riverside to do my photo shoot.
Man, that's a good one.
You can smell the wood burning here in the studio because I'm thinking hard.
I know.
I didn't mean to put you guys on the spot there with this.
That's a good question, though.
I try to come up with good ones.
Oh yeah, in the car right now, or wherever everybody is, like, oh man, where would I take that? Like this for your profile pic.
I wanted to do something different. Like, you could go to like a resort and get like the castle in the background. I thought about picking the contemporary, but like, no, I want to do something different.
No, I think I'm gonna go the Polynesian. Because there are so many unique areas that don't necessarily look there like they're at Walt Disney World. And so, but they're very vacation-y feeling. And so, like, I feel like the Polynesian, you could do something on the beach, you could do something, by one of the longhouses, you could do something in like so many different areas. There's so many great nooks and crannies at the Polynesian. You could do it outside, you could do it inside. There's just so many great places in the resort. That I think that's gonna be my choice. I think I'm gonna go the Polynesian. I think but that was a really hard. I'm not even gonna lie, that was really hard. Yeah,
I'm kind of cheating for mine because I'm going to use the spot. What I use this for my wallpaper on my computer because I got this one shot that I love. It just makes me happy every time I see it, and it's Old Key West. I took this picture from basically. So Scott shared a picture of Pam, and Elizabeth sitting in these rocking chairs right outside of the kind of outside of Olivia's across the pathway there.
Kind of about the lobby, kind of.
Yeah, kind of lobby there, kind of where the boat docks. And it was like around sunset, and it was shot over towards the pool where you could see that lighthouse, but you could also see that row of palm trees at the same time. It was super
you got me there.
It's sunset.
Those are my favorite palm trees.
I know they are, but I mean, because when you're from where we are, right? We never see palm trees. Palm trees are so exotic that palm trees equal vacation and good times. In the lighthouse, that lighthouse is just chef's kiss. So I might like stand there and like or Photoshop myself into that picture because like the sky was a perfect blue. There was like a couple puffy clouds. I mean, the greenness of the palm trees, that lighthouse, it was perfect. Like that might be where I go. Is that the shot of the kind of pool area over at Old Key West?
I love it.
Spot. Yeah, that's a good question though.
That's a great question.
Yeah, maybe trying to make it pop. Besides the Cinderella Castle and the stand in front of Spaceship Earth and stuff. That's a good. I like that. I'm gonna think about that one even more all night. That's a great one. Vern says Animal Kingdom Lodge with a giraffe. That'd be.
I thought about Animal Kingdom Lodge too.
Tough mark, but yeah. Oh, and see, yeah, she has the lighthouse over at Yacht and Beach Club. Yeah, with boardwalk in the background. Yeah, lighthouses. There you go. All right, Rikki, wrap us up. Give us one more thing.
All right. We talked about the unusual places, unusual things to do on a Disney vacation, and so we're gonna go with another one. Best spot to take a nap. Sometimes you've been parking hard. You've been doing lots of running around, and you're like, I need to stop. So, where are you going to take a nap? And mine is going to actually be at Disney's Caribbean Beach. On the beach, they have the hammocks there. They have, I believe they still have these like chairs that are nice and round and cushy, and they're perfect for two people. And yeah, that's going to be where I go to nap. Is most of the time I'm just going to go in the hammock, but yeah, that's my spot right there. That was easy. That one was way easy. So
I mean, I've taken killer naps at Wilderness Lodge, but I'm not going to go there because I've told the story where I fell asleep so hard the lady woke me up.
Oh, I've definitely fallen asleep there before too. Yes.
She was vacuuming and she ran the vacuum into my legs,
Yep.
And I think she thought I was dead. But it's kind of startled me, and I think I startled her that I was alive, and I think it was a good thing. But yeah, that little fireplace that I just mentioned where I was reading, that's the bomb place to take a nap if you ever need a nap. But here, I kind of going similar to yours. I took a great nap one time at Riverside. There are hammocks as well, but they're on Old Man Island, but you got to seek them out. They're by the pool, but you got to kind of come in from the mansion side, and they're off kind of by themselves. Like it's before you get to the pool as you're crossing over from the mansions. Like I don't think even people know that most of those, there's like 2 or 3 hammocks kind of off in the woods. And nobody's gonna bug you. I mean,
interesting.
Yeah, it's wild. Like there's a few that just they're not really by anything else, and it's super shady. It's there's a little breeze, so yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. It's almost like it's obviously it's on Old Man Island, but it reminds you of that vibe of Alligator Bayou. So
cool.
Yeah, I'll go with that. That's
I like that.
Sky G, what about you?
Oh man, I'm kind of struggling here. So because I want to nap by a pool, but you can't do that because you're not staying at these resorts.
Right.
So you got to find like a public area.
You do.
For all guests. So I'm going to go to the beach club because there's something about me in rocking chairs. Like I think rocking chair is like the best kind of napping. Like hammocks are cool, but they're kind of hard to get in and out of.
They are not the easiest.
Like I have some great, there's probably going to be some blooper reel of me on the cabana at Castaway Key trying to get in and out of a hammock. Like that's entertainment at its best. But there's like if you come out like the main lobby, there's those double doors and you look out, you got the resort to the left and right. But if you go to like the lawn porch at Beach Club, there's like this little set of like a 2 or 3 rocking chairs, and it's covered, so it's shady. So I think even in the middle of summer, I think you're going to be somewhat comfortable there. But you can kind of hear Storm of Long Bay a little bit in the distance, but it's not too loud where it's like bothering you enough. It's just like faint where like it just like kind of like puts you to sleep a little bit. And then you start rocking in that chair and then you're looking out at Crescent Lake. Like I just think it's a awesome spot. And I'm always jealous because when I stay there, I see so many people sitting in there. I'm like, how do you reserve this rocking chair? Like I'm staying here too. I want the rocking chair.
I know.
It's just
drop that.
Only one time I've gotten like one of those rocking chairs at the porch, and they go a long ways. So it's more than just those 3. I'm focusing on a couple right now, but there's like a crazy thunderstorm. I mean, like lightning storm everywhere, like 5:30 in the morning once. I was like, oh, I gotta see this. And of course, no one was out like in the rain trying to like watch a storm but me. But it was a cool spot to watch it though. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I love those rockers out there at the beach club for my nap.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, it's super late in Scotland, but Mohawk's hung with us through this whole show, and he's got the winner. I mean, he's got the winner for the best place to take a nap. It's any bus back to the park, especially like when it's cool and they just turn out the lights. Good.
That's true.
I mean, that's me. Dude,
then they turn on the lights though, and you're like, oh God, no.
Don't talk about that. That's startling. And that's like a punch in the nose. But man, and you know what? The bus back to Riverside, speaking of Riverside, because they play that theme music when you go back, like Pop Century is like all upbeat stuff, they'll play like Thriller and Michael Jackson music and Bee Gees and stuff. But Riverside, dude, it's like ambient. Like they play like the crickets and stuff. I mean, the whole bus is like, they turn out the lights and start playing the crickets. It's like the whole bus is just like, I mean, it's wild. What do they do? French Quarter, same thing. Like, I mean, oh my gosh, Scott, that picture, stop. That's, you need to go right, youtube.com/BRGuest podcast. You got to see the video. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Resort hopping though, as we kind of wrap the show, because we're out of time here. I encourage everybody to give it a shot. You don't have to do it for a full day. I mean, it is a great way to kind of take if you're on a vacation for 5 or 6 days, do it in the middle, because you can slow down. And the best way to do it is to schedule a lunch or something at a resort and just make yourself go to that resort and visit adjoining resort. So if you're going to have lunch at Ohana, hop over and visit the Contemporary and the Grand Floridian on the monorail that day. Just swing through you do a little shopping like we talked about, chill out and just kind of stroll through them and just, take it slow, save your feet that day, and then go back to your home resort, do some swimming that night. It's a great way to save your legs and to, stay out of the heat that day because you're at an air conditioned resort for most of the day. You're at a swimming pool. Resort hopping is where it's at. It is a great way. And I don't think you're really, Scott, I know we talk about this. Like, I think a lot of times you think you're going to regret it pre-trip, but I think post-trip, you're like, man, that was one of the better days of the vacation.
Absolutely. Because I've said this so many times, like when you're at the resort, not at the theme park, you're like, dang, I wish I was in the theme park, like in line for Jungle Cruise or whatever. And then when you're in line for Jungle Cruise, you're like, man, I just want to be at my resort. It's so funny. But I think, you just always want to please be in the place that you're not, it seems like. But like when you do look back, right, you're right, Mike, you think about those moments where you slow down time a little bit, and those are the times where you're at the resort, and those are my favorite moments.
All right, so let us know what you think, and we can continue the conversation Sunday night on the call-in show. Give us some situations, we'll talk about it, and in the clubhouse. So join us at beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse, free for everybody, and we'll welcome you with open arms over there. Don't forget our podcast is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure. Best part, no additional cost to you. So check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click does support us throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep the show going. So thank you so very much for that. You can support us as well. Just $5 a month, just a cup of coffee a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. Coming over this week, we'd love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Give us a follow on the social media. It is, I'm at beourguestmike. Scott is at Epscott, EPSCOT. Rikki is at Rikki Nibs, RIKKINIBS. And you can follow Scott he's check out his YouTube channel. I'm trying to see what we posted on the on the video feed here because it's like, what's going on? Scott has must-see adventures, which you need to like and subscribe. So Scott, what's happening on the channel this weekend?
This weekend, hopefully, it's our first day of our Hawaii spring break trip. So a new series is starting. I know a lot of people are curious about Aulani and what to do in Hawaii. So we're going to share a 12 episode series of our time in Hawaii. So it'll be day one is coming out shortly.
All right. And Rikki, what's happening over on DisneyWorldAfterAll.com for people to check out this weekend?
Yeah, so lots of news about, the announcements from the week about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. And then, any other announcements that have come out this week, you definitely want to stay up to date. Got some videos coming out too on my socials for Disney World After All. So I've got a couple things in mind that are I'm thinking about of how I want to edit them. But yeah, got some great videos coming out too. So come check me out.
All right, so check out all that stuff and join us Sunday night, 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central. Phone lines will be open. We'll be waiting for your call, and don't wait until halfway through the show. Don't make me sweat it out this week. We'll be waiting for a call right at the top of the hour. We'll have a good time. So join us. We'll be waiting for you. But until then, we're going to turn you loose and wish you a great weekend. So for Scott and Rikki, I'm Mike. And Pam's out having fun in Disneyland. That's where she's at. So
she's winning.
I know, man. She showed us a picture of her room.
She is winning. Oh my gosh.
Room. She can see into Galaxy's Edge and see the fireworks. I mean, come on now. And Joe Gardner's playing the piano down at 4. Come on.
I know my cousin's out there playing the piano.
Exactly right. I mean, what's up? We all want to be Pam Forrester. Come on.
Mm-hmm. True story.
We got to go. All right. So we hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. All right. That was fun. That was good. That's fun.
Yay.
Didn't mean to throw you off of that comment, Mike.
I was like, what happened? I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know what happened.
I know. I was just trying to comment. I was like, oh, it's as the Be Our Guest podcast like 4 times.
I thought I did something. I was like,
yeah, like oh, what's that spam in the
I swear I didn't get anything. I was like, my hand wasn't like the keyboard stuck in.
Sorry about that.
No, I didn't care about it. I thought I hit something. I was like,
Jason, I hope it was a good round for Golf League. And our friends out across the pond staying all the way through tonight.
Kidding.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good night,
man.
Holy smokes. And Mohawk, I know, man, the treadmill is going to be in the morning, but well done. All right, well, I'm going to edit and go get. Just started pouring here, so I got to put the top back up on the Jeep before I go to Taco Bell.
Oh no! All right, have fun with that. I guess I got to spin a wheel when I sign off. So
I got to go make dinner. So
yep, wheel of death.
All right.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Have a good week, everyone.
Yeah, bye.